Long before the word science was even whispered in halls of knowledge, there existed a master whose insights reached far beyond the physical realm. Imagine a time when wisdom was encoded in the stars and hidden within the sacred geometry of the cosmos. His name? Pythagoras. You might remember him as the man behind the triangle in your math books. But hidden beneath that simple shape was a universe of secrets, the secrets of the soul, the language of the divine, and the keys to an eternal truth that many dared not reveal. Today, we journey into that forbidden realm of knowledge. We'll explore the mystical side of Pythagoras, the spiritual teacher, the cosmic voyager, the guardian of numbers that speak directly to the soul. Welcome to a world where every number holds a hidden story, and every symbol is a doorway to deeper understanding. For the next few minutes, open your mind and heart, for what we uncover might just change the way you see your own existence. Stay until the end, because what you learn here may change the way you understand your own soul. So settle in, let your spirit soar with possibility, and prepare to delve into the forbidden teachings of Pythagoras, a journey that transcends time and space. The mystic, not the mathematician. This is how we're taught to remember him, as the father of triangles. But the real Pythagoras was far more than a mathematician. He was a mystic, a prophet, a man whose soul spoke the language of the universe. In the 6th century BCE, in the Greek colony of Croton, he founded a secret brotherhood known as the Pythagoreans. But they weren't learning geometry the way we know it. They were decoding the divine blueprint of existence. He once said, "The soul is immortal and returns in cycles until it is purified enough to reunite with the divine." To Pythagoras, everything, from the whisper of the wind to the path of the stars, could be expressed through numbers, but not as cold, lifeless symbols. He believed numbers were living, breathing intelligences, sacred vibrations shaping the world around us. 1 was unity, the source of all. 2, duality, the cosmic split into light and dark. 3, harmony, the sacred trinity of body, mind, and soul. And 10? 10 was perfection, the number of heaven. This wasn't just math, this was spiritual architecture. This was the geometry of the soul. Have you ever felt connected to something deeper, like a pattern you couldn't quite explain, a number that keeps following you, a symbol you see in dreams? Share your thoughts in the comments. The science of soul migration. Among Pythagoras' most forbidden beliefs was one so radical, so unsettling to the rulers and priests of his time, it was nearly erased from history. He taught that the soul does not die. I remember being Euphorbus in the Trojan War. My soul has walked other lives, worn other names. Death is not the end, it is a doorway. This was no metaphor. Pythagoras believed in literal soul migration, that each soul incarnates again and again, carrying echoes of its past lives. He called it metempsychosis, the transmigration of the soul, a sacred cycle of purification, where we return until we remember who we truly are. Drift deeper? You are safe. Let the memories come. Today, this ancient teaching is being reborn, but under new names: past life regression, quantum healing, soul contracts, karmic memory, all rooted in what Pythagoras once whispered to his students beneath the stars. The science of soul migration is now being explored at the edge of consciousness, where modern tools meet ancient truths. Could your deepest fears or talents be echoes of another life? Could the people you meet be companions from long ago? Have you ever had a dream that felt more like a memory? A place you've never been, but instantly recognized? What do you think reincarnation really is? Leave your story or theory in the comments. This is a safe space for the seekers. Numbers that hold the universe. To most, this was just a string. To Pythagoras, it was the voice of the universe. He discovered something miraculous. When you divide a string at certain points, it creates harmony. Not chaos, not noise, but sacred resonance. And that's when he realized numbers weren't just symbols, they were vibrations. This is what he called the harmony of the spheres. Pythagoras believed the planets were not just distant rocks, but massive celestial instruments, playing a divine symphony. Each orbit, each spin, a note in the music of existence. And here's the twist. Modern physics now whispers what Pythagoras shouted 2,500 years ago. Everything is vibration. From your heartbeat to your thoughts, from light to matter, it all dances to frequency. Science calls it resonance, vibrational physics. And it's proving what the ancients already knew, that beneath the chaos of the visible lies the order of numbers. So what if your emotions had a frequency? What if joy had a pitch and sorrow had a wavelength? What if your soul vibrated at a number only the universe knows? Pause for a moment. Breathe in. What number do you feel inside you right now? What tone matches your current energy? Let us know in the comments and see what numbers others are resonating with too. The secret symbols of power. There is a symbol the world has learned to fear. One that today is wrapped in mystery and misunderstanding. But to the Pythagoreans, it was sacred. A key to harmony, a portal to power. The pentagram. 5 points, each representing an element: earth, air, fire, water, and the divine ether. To the followers of Pythagoras, this was not a symbol of darkness. It was a map of balance. A symbol of health, of beauty, and of the divine feminine essence that moves through all life. But not everyone was allowed to know its meaning. The deeper truths of the universe were hidden. Behind symbols, behind silence, behind initiation. To protect their sacred knowledge from corruption, the Pythagoreans spoke in codes. Symbols were not just drawings, they were vessels. Only those who had purified themselves through silence, fasting, and meditation could unlock the deeper layers of truth. Today, these symbols live on, in sacred geometry, in mandalas, in dreamscapes and visions. They whisper to us, if we are quiet enough to hear. Sometimes a symbol may visit you in a dream, or during meditation. Not random, but a memory, a message. Have you ever seen symbols in a dream or meditation that felt ancient, like they didn't come from this life? Comment below. And if you've drawn or seen a symbol you don't understand, why his teachings might not be erased. There was a time when numbers were sacred, when geometry pointed to the divine, when the soul was taught to journey, not to kneel. So why were these teachings hidden? Because they empowered the individual. They offered knowledge that set the soul free, free from fear, free from blind obedience, free from control. Pythagoras, the soul traveler, the mystic, reduced to a triangle. The spiritual systems of old were not erased, they were buried, hidden beneath layers of doctrine and fear, because institutions, religious and political, understood something dangerous. An awakened soul cannot be manipulated. They needed obedience, not wisdom, followers, not seekers. So they wrapped truth in symbols. They destroyed what they couldn't control. But a truth buried is not a truth erased. It simply waits for those brave enough to seek it. Why do you think ancient wisdom keeps getting suppressed? Is it fear, power, or something even deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's uncover it together. How to apply Pythagoras' teachings today. You don't need to wear a robe. You don't need to chant in Greek or memorize scrolls. To live the truth Pythagoras taught, you simply need to awaken the parts of your life that modern living puts to sleep. His teachings were not meant to stay in the past. They were meant to activate something eternal inside you. Right here. Right now. 3 Pythagorean principles for modern life. 1. Your soul is eternal. Every action you take is not just for this lifetime. It ripples across many. Every word you speak, every thought you think, is part of a karmic echo. 2. Vibration is reality. Your body, your emotions, your thoughts, they're all frequencies, and the universe responds to your vibration like a tuning fork. Visual, a person listening to solfeggio frequencies while journaling, energy fields shifting subtly around them. 3. Numbers are gateways. Explore them, contemplate them, meditate on sacred patterns. 3, 6, 9, the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. These aren't just patterns, they are portals. This is not mysticism, it's a return, a remembering. Have you ever meditated on sacred numbers? Do you listen to frequencies like 432 Hz or 963 Hz? What did you feel? Let us know in the comments. Your story might awaken someone else. Pythagoras wasn't just a thinker. He wasn't just a man with a theorem. He was a soul messenger, a code breaker of the divine, a builder of bridges between numbers and spirit. And though they burned his scrolls, buried his symbols, and reduced him to a diagram, his teachings still live, through those who seek, through those who feel, through you. If something stirred inside you today, if a part of your soul remembered something, even if you can't explain it, you're not alone. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, subscribe, share, and comment.